Welcome back. Frank and Hayley, it's good to have you on Community Champions.
Thank
you
you.
for having us.
Now, we're going to talk about the LaGrange High School Chorus and the spring concert that's coming up called Go Into Your Dance. Now, this sounds like it'd be a fun thing to do. First, tell me a little bit about your roles in the production. Hayley, let's start with you.
Well, actually, Frank and I are the production managers, and we just kind of overlook and make sure that all the jobs are getting done, and there's a bunch of committees that are
That make it happen?
Yes.
They're kind of like underneath us, and we oversee everything that they do.
Okay. Now, do you perform as well?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So it's not that you're just managing. You're out
Right.
performing and doing everything else. Plus, you've got to see that all this happens.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Now, tell me a little bit about the committees and what goes into a production like this.
Well, there's several committees. There's the costume committee, the program committee, advertising, dance. Anything else?
There's senior committee, backdrop committee, riser committee, auditorium committee, just a whole lot of them. Yeah.
So this thing doesn't just happen by itself.
No.
Now, how long have you been working on the production?
Since November.
Yeah, we've been learning the music before school.
So this is something that's a spring concert, but you've been doing it since November.
Right.
Yes, we started coming at 7:30 in the morning, and we've progressed to 7:15 in the morning, and we started out doing dance practices at night from 6:30 to about 8, and each month we've added more nights to the dance, and now we're to the point where we're practicing each night about 3 hours.
Okay. Now, how many students are involved?
Probably about 130 around
Wow.
there. Yeah.
Okay.
So there's a lot.
Now, tell me a little bit about the piece itself. Go Into Your Dance. Tell me some of the music and what's part of this production.
Well, a lot of the music is fun music this year. It's a bunch of disco and salsa and Billy Joel music.
I like Billy
Yeah.
Joel.
Yeah. We're trying, this year we're dedicating the actual program to our choreographer, Debbie Bordona, because she's been choreographing the show for 15 years, so we tried to get a title that could incorporate her, and we're including songs that feature different dance styles and just involve a lot of dancing from, what she said, like salsa and disco and Fosse and classical and jazz and tap and a whole bunch of other fun stuff.
So if you like music at all, you'll find something in here you like.
Right.
Definitely.
That's great. Now let's make sure everybody knows the dates and the prices. The dates for the performance are April the 28th, 29th, and 30th.
Right.
And on the 28th, the show starts at 7:30.
Right.
On the 29th, it starts at 8 o'clock. And on the 30th, it starts at 7:30. And all this is at the LaGrange High School Auditorium.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Okay, great. Prices, how much is it going to cost?
It's $10 a ticket if you purchase the ticket early, and that's assigned seating. And if you purchase the ticket at the door, it's $5, and it's just general admission, and it's in the balcony.
So if I really want a good ticket, I need to get it before I go to the play that night.
Yes.
Right.
Okay. Do you know if there's still tickets available?
There sure are.
Okay.
And you can contact a student or the school and just ask one of them.
Okay. So they could call the school office
Right.
and request tickets, and they'll get them in touch with the right people. Okay. We talked a little bit about the practicing and the time that goes into it. Tell us a little bit about your participation. I know we said that each of you have been involved for 4 years, so you've done a lot of different productions. How does this one compare to the others in terms of the practice time and what you're doing?
Well, I think both of us have been more involved because we've gotten more experience now, and we're the chairman of several committees. We're the production managers, and we're kind of making sure that things get done.
So you're kind of in charge this time around.
Right.
If something goes wrong, you might get blamed.
Yes.
Maybe not. We talked about Debbie Bordona. Tell me a little bit about Debbie. I know that she's been involved for a long time. Tell me a little bit more about her.
Well, Miss Davis, our director, met her around 16 or 17 years ago. They worked together, and Miss Debbie, she majored in dance at college, and so Miss Davis asked her if she'd be interested in helping our show, and she took up the offer and been helping us ever since.
Okay. Now, is she a paid person or is she a volunteer?
She's a volunteer.
She's a volunteer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She spends a lot of
of
time.
Yeah.
A lot of time working with us.
And has been involved for 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
This is her 15th year. And did you say she's part of the production itself?
She will be this year.
Right.
Okay.
She's going to be performing a solo dance in the middle of a tap number.
Okay. And does she normally do that?
No.
No.
No?
She usually doesn't.
Okay, so that's a real special treat for
Right.
everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, Hayley, tell me a little bit about what you do in terms of the performing during the show itself, other than your production duties.
Well, I have solos, and those are about 2-3 minutes apiece. And
What are you singing?
You've Changed. It's a song by Eva Cassidy, and I Hope You Dance is the senior song.
Yeah.
And Frank also has.
Yeah, I'm
several
singing
solos.
Honky Cat by Elton John.
I like
and,
that.
Yeah, a duet with Michelle Curry. It's The Prayer, and we're singing the Josh Groban and Celine Dion version.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're each doing that, and I guess you're involved in a lot of the skits, the dancing too.
Oh yes.
Right.
And the thing you're talking about, the song "I Hope You Dance," is that the country music song "I Hope You Dance"?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I remember that when you said it, I was trying to get it back in my mind. I couldn't remember who did it, but I remember that song, and I really liked it.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's a Leanne Womack.
Yeah.
song.
Okay. Now, let's go back and talk a little bit about the time that goes into it, because I know this is real time consuming. You've got some of the athletes that are involved.
Right.
So they come and practice in the morning at 7:15, 7:30 or whatever. You go to school all day, go practice or play baseball or football practice, whatever they do, and come back and do it again
Right.
at night.
Yes.
So they have some long days.
Right.
Do you know how many athletes you got involved?
About 5 baseball players, 5 or 6 tennis players, about 8 soccer players, and so it's really hard to schedule all our practices together because we have to start so late in the afternoon because sports practice usually ends when it's dark outside. So
Yeah.
around 6:30 or 7 is when we normally start, and if they have an out-of-town game, then they'll just have to be late to practice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And several of the ballet dancers
Right.
are involved too.
Are they?
Yes.
And they're working on their own program now too.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, so it takes there's a lot of work and a lot of coordination to try to get it all together. Okay, when you start working on this, tell me a little bit about the progression of learning this. What did y'all start doing in November, and how did you progress to where you are now as you put it all together?
Well, in November we would come early in the morning. We would just learn the music, and then in January we'd come after school and learn the actual dances. And we didn't really start dancing in the morning until about February, and we just now started to combine both of them, and it really does get kind of hard, strenuous on your brain and everything to coordinate everything together.
Yeah.
So
After a while, it begins to run together. So.
right, you have to take it step by step.
Yeah. Okay. Now, when you do the program each night, how long does this program last?
It'll be about 2 hours, 2.5 hours.
Okay.
Right.
And let's go back again. We've got about 2 minutes left to go. The title is "Go Into Your Dance."
Right.
Yes.
Okay. And the dates again: April the 28th, the 29th, and 30th. April the 28th is at 7:30.
Right.
April the 29th is at 8 o'clock. April the 30th is at 7:30. Prices again are?
$10 if you buy a ticket before, and $5 at the gate.
Okay. Now, last thing. After all this work that goes into it, what will you be able to do with it? Do you plan on doing anything after high school that you would use these skills again?
Well, there's several different choral groups in college that I'm interested in, and that's a possibility. I'm not quite sure yet.
Frank, how about you?
I'm definitely going to try to take voice lessons from somewhere, and I might minor in music, but I haven't decided yet.
Yeah. Where each of you plan on going to school, do you know?
I'm going to Auburn University.
Okay.
And I'm
War Eagle.
going to University of Colorado.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Very good. Well, anything else we might want to add? I've been speaking with Frank Crane and Hayley Mitchell with the LaGrange High School Chorus, talking about the spring concert, Go Into Your Dance. They're the production managers. Anything else you'd like people to know to get them to come?
It's a very fun show this year, and I know the audience will enjoy it a lot, so you need to come.
Okay. Well, we want to urge you to come to the production this year for the LaGrange High School Chorus. I've been talking with Frank Crane and Hayley Mitchell, who are the production managers this year.